everything I've read up till the month of June and whether I'd recommend it or not. So we're going to do ratings, if I'd recommend it, to who, maybe what I liked and disliked. Whatever I kind of feel like yapping about. I already did something similar, but I'm about to integrate these into my I'm about to integrate all of these books onto my red shelf, so they have to be talked about right before. Might as well do this again. First is The Catcher in the Rye. I rated this 3 out of 5. I thought it was good. I like the points that it's making, but the act of reading the book was a little slow for me. Some of the quotes really hit. It's one of my dad's favorite books. Shout out Carter Malone Waller. This is his favorite book. King Solomon's Mines. I read this for the post-colonial novel, and I didn't like this. I rated this like 1.5, 2 stars. I was also reading this during a not-so-awesome time of life. And I think there are better post-colonial novels to read, and one of them's in this list. Slaughterhouse-Five, I also rated 3 stars. Again, I like the point it's making. I enjoyed a lot of the quotes. I found them enriching conceptually. I really enjoyed this. But, that being said, the act of reading this book bored me, and it was all over the place because it's not linear. I have an in-depth review of this where I talk more about how I feel and why I feel that way. Anyway, onwards. But Now Nightmare, I rated this 2 out of 5. Wow, I'm hitting all of like the not so great ones first. But Now Nightmare, loved the quotes in here, loved the writing style, but the characters all blended together. It was like they made a smoothie. It was like someone giving me a smoothie and being like, oh, well, this is 5 different ingredients and you should be able to tell which is which. I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a smoothie. It's just a tropical smoothie. I really don't care what's in it. All of them were the same. The character cast was a smoothie. Almost Life. This is a 6 out of 5. I will recommend this book till the day that I perish. This is a sapphic Sally Rooney. The quotes in here, the writing style, everything about this book was perfection, and I say no more. Please read it. One Golden Summer. This is everyone's favorite Carly Fortune book. I couldn't tell you why. This is my least favorite Carly Fortune book. I also rated this 2 out of 5 stars. I found the latter half severely boring, and the female main character was so drab. And Charlie was just, woe is me, everyone should hate me because I'm a piece and all of these things that I've done in my youth. Boy, you are old. You are allowed to reinvent yourself. Move on. Stop. Stop. Grow up. A Good Person, I rated this 3.5-ish out of 5 stars. This is kind of like a psychological, narcissistic, thriller-esque litfic. It's like thriller litfic core with a psychological element, and I liked it. It's worth the read. It's a short, breezy palate cleanser that's also like a unique, strange read. Ready Player One, I rated this 4.5 out of 5. This is a solid sci-fi read. I have been wanting to up my sci-fi game, and I feel like I need to read all the classics before I delve deeper into the sci-fi realms, and this is Percy Jackson, but make it sci-fi. This is super visual. It was like reading a cartoon but there's no pictures, you know, so. It was a fun time, and it can be parallel to a lot of AI issues today that I could make a whole video about. Worry Doll, this was the offset for June for Book of the Month, and I rated this 3.75 out of 5. This is split into 2 different character dynamics, which I really enjoyed, and it's good for annotating. It's also quick. Good litfic palette cleanser if you're looking for that. Catabasis, 4.5 out of 5. I have a new ranking video that I'm still editing of all of my R.F. Kuang books now that I've read Taipei Story that I can include in the ranking. But this is philosophy meets dark academia meets fantasy meets romance. Like, we have so much going on, and chef's kiss. Love you, R.F. Kuang. Lovers XXX, I rated this 3.5/75 out of 4. This is also kind of like a thriller mystery-esque litfic about 2 porn stars in the 80s and how the industry has evolved. So you're kind of learning passively about the industry as you read this, which I found really interesting. Love is an Algorithm, I rated like 3.25 out of 5. This is a really good time as well. I thought that the latter half was less successful as the first half, but this is about like an AI dating app that the male main character invents, and his wife's a singer, and like she doesn't really agree with the use of the app, but he wants to know that the relationship's going to succeed. So it's kind of about both sides of the argument about AI being used in our personal lives, but it's very interesting for its relevance in that capacity, but I felt that the second half was a little bit corny. But I would still definitely recommend this book. The Poisonwood Bible. Now look at that. Are you seeing that? Yeah, that's a lot of tabs because this is also a 6 out of 5. This is the book that I would recommend wholeheartedly from the post-colonial novel. Barbara Kingsolver is actually coming out with a book this year, and this book is pretty old, so she's one of those authors that doesn't come out with books more than once in a blue moon, but when she does, it's a big deal because she's been working and thinking. Like, she's not meeting quotas, she's just doing whatever she wants because she can, because she's that good. Mind you, I've only read one of her books, but I have big plans to read more, and this is a lot of commentary on religion, colonialism. There's 4 different characters, they're all children, and then the mother gets her one POV per part of the book, and the dad takes them to the Congo to preach the gospel. Nathan's evil. Anyway, this is grand. I should have a whole video on this, and maybe I'll make one soon. I was quite busy at the time, like I wrote essays on this. The Last Unicorn, this is also a classic. My lovely friend Sydney annotated this for me. I rated this 3.5 out of 5. This is a good classic. It's a lot of commentary on the beauty of mortality and how immortality would be a curse, whether we think it would be or not. Like, you wouldn't be able to fall in love if you were immortal. Like, how would you decide? You know what I mean? Like, that's just a curse. Like, forever has a new definition if you're immortal. I digress. Brave New World, I rated this like 2.25 out of 5. I love this conceptually. I understand what it's saying. Don't like the way it was written. It was not fluid for me. I would rather watch a cartoon YouTube video on the premise of this book than read it again. I didn't care for the way it was done. George Orwell did it better. Totally different concept, but similar timelines, I guess. Mexican Gothic. I had this book on my shelves for a long time. Never read anything like this. Read this 4 out of 5. I'm really glad that I did pick this up. I literally got it for $1. I would recommend this basically to anyone. I think this is a fun read, especially if you've not read a lot of this genre. I don't even know what I would categorize this as. At the bookstore I manage, it's in the sci-fi fantasy section instead of thriller, but it's like somewhere in between. The Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires. Now, this is strange. This is a very odd book, and I was expecting more to happen, but I also like the commentary it's making. I would give this a 3.25 out of 5. I wasn't bored. I thought that the latter half, again, like, kind of dragged. I thought it was building up to something that it wasn't building up to, but then again, it did make the point it was trying to make, and I can respect that. I want to read another book by him and then decide how to feel about him, because I was entertained, but also, like, what the fuck? None of This Is True by Lisa Jewell. I don't think this is her best. I rated this 3 out of 5. This is everybody's favorite Lisa Jewell. This book blew up on TikTok. She has much better. I've read like 6 of her books. This is either my 6th or 7th. No pun intended, or not even a pun, just no meme intended or whatever. No brain rot intended. This one was good, but it's just, I don't think it's as good as her others. Get angry if you want. A Good Animal. This is like a 2.25 out of 5. I was gaslit by the main character in this. I admit that. Like, I thought I liked him. I thought he was super wholesome, and then it totally spun around, which I think was kind of the point. Too much sheep talk, though. Don't care. Do not care. And it didn't connect to the plot. There was no, like, metaphor going on there. A Beautiful Loan. Breezy litfic. Woman has no identity. Her trying to not be that way anymore. This is like a 3 out of 5. Half His Age is like a 3.5 out of 5. I'm trying to speed this up. Good debut for Jenna McCurdy. I'm excited to see what she does more. Lena Dunham's Famesick. This is a 4 out of 5 for me. I really like this, especially if you liked I'm Glad My Mom Died. I like the idea of famous women making themselves feel more tangible and real through their 20s and struggles. Nymph. This is a 3 out of 5. Kind of boring, but also super scenic and fun to read if you're doing like an immersive reading thing like I did. I have a whole reading vlog for this. I read it in a day. Lost Lambs I don't really feel comfortable reading because I haven't personally looked into like all the controversies. I could research that all day, but I would go down the rabbit hole and I'm not sure. So this Eleanor Oliphant is completely fine. This is super strange litfic. I've never read anything like it. I would rate it like 3.5, 3.75 out of 5. I would recommend this to anyone that likes litfics about like weird characters that are unlike any you've read before. So anyway, those are all the books that I've read so far this year, and follow my Bookstagram. I will be doing more and more reading as life progresses. This is what my life is about. Toodaloo!